I'm only telling this story because I need someone to believe me. My grandma's house was supposed to be my safest place in the world. Now, I'm not sure I have a safe place left. What I found in her basement, it didn't stay there. It followed me home. My grandma passed away a few months ago. It was peaceful in her sleep. She was 90. The whole family was sad, but we knew she'd lived a long life. The task of cleaning out her house fell to me. I didn't mind. I loved that place. Every corner held a memory. For the first few days, that's all it was. Just memories. Dusty photo albums, her old knitting supplies, the faint smell of cinnamon and mothballs. Then, I had to tackle the basement. Grandma hated the basement. It was the one part of the house that didn't feel like her. It was cold, damp, and smelled like wet earth and something else. Something metallic. In the far corner, behind a stack of old newspapers from the 70s, there was this heavy, leather-bound trunk. It was locked with a rusty padlock. I had to use bolt cutters to get it open. Inside, there wasn't much. Old blankets, a box of yellowed letters, and an old reel-to-reel tape recorder. There was only one tape with it. The only thing written on it was a date from 1968. I thought it was Grandpa's, maybe old family recordings. I spent the next hour cleaning it up, finding a plug that fit. I finally got it working. I threaded the tape, hit play, and hit play. Nothing, just static. I was disappointed. I let it run while I kept sorting through boxes, but after about 5 minutes, the static changed. A sound came through. It was a voice, a whisper, too faint to make out any words. I chalked it up to a degraded old tape and forgot about it. That night, I decided to sleep in my old room at the house. Around 3 a.m., I was woken up by a sound. The sound of a little girl humming a nursery rhyme. It sounded like it was coming from downstairs, from the basement. I was frozen. Every horror movie instinct screamed at me to stay put, but I thought, maybe I left the recorder on. I crept downstairs. The basement door was slightly ajar. The humming stopped the second my hand touched the doorknob. I opened it. Silence. The recorder was off, unplugged even. I told myself I was just tired, that the old house was playing tricks on me. Sorry if this doesn't make sense. I haven't slept properly since this started. The next day, I became obsessed with the tape. I had to know what was on it. I used my laptop to clean up the audio. And what I heard, it wasn't my grandpa. It was a child's voice singing that same nursery rhyme. But it was wrong. The voice was flat, emotionless. The worst part? I decided to record something myself just to see if the machine still worked. I recorded my own voice, saying, "Testing, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't my voice. It was the nursery rhyme again. But this time, after the giggle, a new whisper was there, clear as day. It whispered my name. That's when I found my grandma's diary, tucked away in her nightstand. Her entry for that night made my blood run cold. She wrote, "It's in the house. It mimics. It learns. I caught its voice in the machine. A trap for a trap. Don't speak near it. Don't let it hear your name. Never let it hear your name." I had to destroy it. I grabbed a hammer from the garage and went to the basement. The recorder was on the workbench, exactly where I'd left it. But this time, the reels were slowly turning. It was recording.
Honey, is that you? Don't come down here, it's not safe.
I stopped. For half a second, I actually believed it was her. But then, the voice began to change, to warp. It stretched and deepened, becoming guttural, monstrous. I just swung the hammer, again and again in the dark. I didn't stop until I heard a final, high-pitched screech. I scrambled out of that basement, out of that house, and I didn't look back. I just drove. I thought I was safe. I thought it was over. I'm telling you this story from my apartment, miles away from that house. But last night, something happened. My phone lit up. No call, no notification. The voice memo app was open. It played a 1-second audio file. It was my own voice, perfectly mimicked, and all it said was, "Hello?" I threw the phone in a dumpster, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes my laptop speakers crackle to life. Sometimes I hear my own words whispered back to me from the TV. It didn't just learn my name, it learned my voice. What do you do when the monster sounds just like you? Let me know in the comments. Has anything like this ever happened to you? Am I going crazy? Please. And subscribe for more true scary stories. I need to know.